Hi everyone, welcome to the Made Up Here YouTube channel. Today I have a much requested video. I am going to do a video about how I load SVG pattern files into Cricut Design Space. So how to load them, how to get them ready on your mat for printing. And I know this is something that a lot of you have asked me for, so I'm happy to put this video together. I hope you get a lot of value from this. If you want to continue to see videos like this or you have suggestions for another video, please get in touch with me. Leave a comment down below. Um, Always, if you subscribe to my videos, hit the little bell notification icon so that you get updated when I post new videos. So I really hope you enjoy this. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down there. I'd really appreciate it. Have a great day.
Hey everyone! After quite a few requests, I thought I would put together this little video for you to show you how I set up Cricut Design Space with my SVG pattern piece files and how I load them in here and get them ready for cutting my fabric out on my Cricut machine. This seems to be something that a few people don't know how to do, and it's actually quite easy. So I'm going to walk you through how I do this, and hopefully this works for you. I'd really, really love it if you are getting any kind of value from these videos, if you would hit that subscribe button for me. My channel's growing little bits by little bits, but I'm hoping that we can grow a really nice community here and I'll be able to offer some more videos. All right, so the first thing you need to do is you need to open up Design Space. I have opened up Design Space and I have just a new project, blank canvas. And what we're going to do, hopefully you have already downloaded the SVG files from the pattern that you've purchased or created and saved them somewhere where you can find them. For me, for ease, I put them on my desktop. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to upload these files and add them here in Design Space. So first I'm going to click the upload button, and I'm going to upload an image and I'm going to browse. Now I know I've put these on my desktop, so here I have main piece, slip pockets, and magnet cover and a zipper facing. So I'm going to add first the main piece, and that looks good to me. I'm going to click moderately complex and continue. And make sure that you name these pieces something that you'll remember as well. Here I just have main piece cut file. All right, so I'm going to select cut image and upload. And now what I can do is I can upload this image onto my canvas. So I'm going to select it and add that to my canvas. All right, so I have my first piece here. Now, it is not sized correctly. Hopefully the piece that you are uploading will have size measurements. I know, because this is one of my pattern pieces, that this needs to be 11.5 by 11.5. Oh, now sometimes you may need to unlock that size, um, just to make sure that you can update um, both the height and the width to the correct height and width. Okay, so I have my piece, my main piece. Now, if I wanted, I could just go ahead and use my 12 by 12 mat and cut this out and then move on to the next set of pieces. Or I can upload the additional files for all the square pieces. Sometimes you don't need to cut the square pieces on your Cricut. You can do those by hand, squares or rectangles. And there's one complicated piece, which is nice that you can upload just whichever piece you want and cut that out. This one has a lot of curves and angles, and I think my Cricut will do a much better job cutting this out than I will. Now for this pattern, I do need two of these pieces. I need a main piece and a lining piece. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to right click and I'm going to duplicate this piece. Now I can grab the second piece and pull it over, make my canvas a little smaller so you can see that here. Now, here's the trick. If you were going to cut this in the same fabric for both pieces, awesome, you could leave them both the same. In my case, I want a main outer piece and a lining piece. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change the color of one of these pieces, which will automatically tell the Cricut machine that these pieces are different and they either need to be cut separately on different mats or and I mean, that's what Cricut will understand this as, cutting them separately on different mats. And it will have you load up one mat and cut that first piece, and then it will prompt you to load up a second mat and cut the second piece. You can do that as well. What I will do is really, to me, I know that I'm going to be adding different fabric for each of these pieces, and I'll just keep them the same color and put them both on a 24-inch by 12-inch mat. So that's totally up to you, your preference. If you don't have a 12 by 24 mat, changing the color of these pieces will definitely work for you. Now, the trick also with a 12 by 24 mat is you need to make sure that when you're lining your fabric up, that you are putting a 12 by 12 piece on the first half of your mat, and then another 12 by 12 piece on the bottom half of your mat. I hope that was easy to understand. Now, also, this piece is very close to the maximum cut size. It's 11.5 by 11.5. So when I place my fabric on the mat, I need to make sure that it is covering right up to the very edge of my piece, because the Cricut does leave a little bit of margin when it's setting this up on the mat. Now I'm going to show you, now that I have these pieces loaded, what it looks like when I hit the Make It button. So I'm going to click Make. And there we have my first piece loaded onto the mat. So you can see here that it is really going edge to edge. This piece is the maximum size that I would be able to put on this mat. Now, I have my settings in Cricut set to default to a 12 by 24 mat, which is why it's giving me this great big long mat here on the left-hand side. Technically, I could just put my lining fabric down right below this, and I could cut both pieces at the same time. For this example, because I did change the color of the other piece, I have mat 1, which is the black. And if I come down to mat 2, it's going to show my second piece on that purple color. All right, so I'm just going to hit cancel. I want to show you what it looks like if I decided to keep these both the same color and have them both cut on the same mat. Now I changed them both to black, and I'm going to click Make. Now this is only asking for one mat, and it is going to be a very tight fit for this particular piece. But as you can see, we can get both pieces onto that mat. Now, we need to make sure, if you're going to go this route, that you're very careful about your fabric placement. So if you're really confident, you've used Cricut before, you understand the placement of your objects on the mat, then this is totally fine. You're going to just make sure that you're very accurate with the piece of fabric you put on the mat. If you don't have time to be super accurate, I suggest just changing these pieces to different colors and cutting them out one at a time. It's probably just as quick to do it that way. All right, so I hope that was helpful for you. If you're curious about the pattern that I have here on my Cricut Design Space, this is a project that is coming soon from me. It will be my first published sewing pattern, and I'm hoping to have this come out sometime around Valentine's Day. And it's a really cute little notions pouch. And I hope you'll subscribe to my channel so you can get updates about when this is going to go live. I want to thank you also very much for supporting my channel and for hitting the like button and the subscribe button. I really appreciate every single one of you.